Malvina's ears still ring from the constant explosions. Her head rattled, and her way out of this tower now blocked. There are dead milling around at the bottom of the stairs. It's dark, and even with the aid of her night vision, she can't get a good line of sight. She won't be able to shoot them, no. She'll need to take out a knife and fight her way out, or else find a way to climb down from this tower. And with barbed wire on one side and a wreckage on the other, that prospect does not sit so well with her. Already, close to 100 or more could have fallen in her attack, and the sun is slowly starting to lower on the horizon. The night does not scare her. Her eyes will light it up, but eventually she will tire. She will need to sleep. But for Malvina, that won't happen. Not until her duty is done. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rykon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, into our short survival series, where Malvina still can't really hear what's going on at the moment. We can hear those footsteps ever so slightly. But yes, we are still trapped in this tower, and we might have some options to getting down from here. The first one, of course, is taking out our knife and trying to fight our way down this stairwell. We do have other options that we could try out. We can see that down here there is a ledge. It is a chain link fence that's beneath us. We could attempt to land on top of the fence and then get down that way. It is an option. Landing on top of this wall here is not going to be good for us because we can actually walk out on it right now. So it's level 2 anyway, so we'd be dropping off regardless. And plus, this is barbed wire, so we don't want to tangle with that. So I'm tempted to try this option because, using our knife and whatnot, that's still going to be just as dangerous, if not more so. We will pop out here quickly though. I will see how much ammunition we've got. 23 rounds in here at the moment, and we do have a brainless zombie that's wandering around beneath us. We're going to take a careful shot at that one there. Bang. Okay, we had a shot. I don't know if it hit. Of course. We can see just at the bottom right there, we are actually impacting part of this landing. We don't want to step onto the ledge, no. Man, this thing's being a bit of a pain. All right, we managed to hit it for 35 damage. We can probably hit it again. I'm not trying to outright kill it, but it looks like we might have potentially done that there. Yep. Oh, look at that. We've got ourselves a big machine gun down there, among other things. Oh, an AR-15 in perfect condition. Okay, well, there we go. I know that some of you were concerned that we weren't cleaning our weapon. And yes, we probably could have tried to fight our way back towards the main storage building to try and see if we could either find something to clean it with or make something to clean it with. But with how many military personnel are on this property, the chances of us finding a working weapon are always pretty high. So yeah, that's what we're going to go for. We can see some other dead. I think there is still a zombie in one of the vehicles over here. Yeah, and you're quite far away as well. You're not going to be a problem. But climbing off of this might be a problem. I think we're going to try and go over the left-hand side once we eventually do drop, because we need to deal with the ones in the tower and we don't want to have them right on top of us. So we are going to be dropping our pack off the side here, and the reason I'm doing that, oh yeah, we just saw someone down below there for a second. But yes, the reason why I'm wanting to do that is that if we are lighter weight, the chances of us slipping, falling, and hurting ourselves is a lot lower. Right now, we still have 31 kgs worth of weight on us, which is a considerable amount. But with our athletics, I feel like we should probably be okay. We're going to be less encumbered. Yeah, our torso is looking pretty good. So if I say climb, and we want to climb down here, the ledge looks dangerous to mess around with, best to leave it alone. Yeah, see, that makes me think that there is always a chance that we're going to get injured here. Supposedly, climbing down onto fences is meant to be safer. As to whether or not that's the case, let's find out together. Problems climbing back up? Okay. We're all right. You feel the weight of your luggage. Makes it more difficult to climb. Yeah, no doubt. And hey, look, that brainless zombie is still alive and it's just bleeding out. We're going to climb to the side there. We're going to put our pack back on, our Molly assault pack. Excellent. I am very, very happy about that. Okay, so the brainless zombie, we're probably just going to leave for the moment. We're going to let that one kind of bleed out. And we know that there are some zombies that are in here that I want to deal with before we start to try and deal with any of the other bodies. Okay, so you're the lucky first. We're going to take a precise shot at you, heavy bleeding. I'd like to just try and let you bleed out if that's possible. Ooh, and look at that. Our sight radius is starting to drop. The sun... Oh, actually, no, it was just the fact that we were aiming. It is going to get a little bit more bloodied climbing through there. Are you going to die in time? Ooh, okay, we've got a tough zombie over towards the west. There's probably a few more there than I thought originally. Okay, I want to try and see if we can get a good shot on this zombie here. See if we can take a careful shot. No, damn, hitting the vehicle. Alright, so wander around a little bit more. That should be a clearer line of sight now. We'll see if we can get that to hit. Nope, it's still just going to hit the vehicle. Okay, so frustrating. Lost a few bullets there, but that's okay. Are you going to bleed out? We're probably going to have to deal with that runner, first of all. Yeah, so let's just back up towards the fence line here. There we go, it finally bled out. And there is that pilot that was standing on the stairwell. We're going to be trying to focus on you first of all. And we'll try and see if we can get away with a careful aim. We can, heavy bleeding. We're going to go for one more. And still heavy bleeding. And you know what, we're just going to run down here. And by doing that, it is going to have a hard time trying to keep up with us. Ah, look at that. Your M27 assault rifle is damaged by the high pressure, and I think the reason why that's happening, and it was explained to me, was that we put the 223 receiver on top of this here. So effectively what that does is it makes it so that it's converted. It's got to use 223 rounds rather than 556. It can still use the 556 rounds, but the pressure will damage it, and that's kind of what's happening at the moment. So unfortunate that I did do that, but hey, here we are. These things happen. That pilot's going to bleed out soon, but is it going to be before these ones reach us? Hard to tell. We're just going to start to aim up here, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, it's close enough now that I think we're probably going to want to try and move. And hey, I mean, we could just go back up the tower, but we're just going to run down here for the moment. And you know what? Actually, let's just use the fence line here. No, it's going to take them a while before they reach us. Or maybe not. Let's just open that, close that behind us. We've got a runner over to the right of us that we're going to have to deal with first of all. That tough zombie, they can just walk around the fence, but it's probably going to take them a little bit to do that. We can also potentially make this work for us. It'd be difficult, but we can give it a shot. That one is locked at the moment, so we'd need to try and find the way around, but hey, we can do that thing. Of course, starting off with the runner, let's start to aim up at you. We're going to go for a careful shot, another, and you are dead. We're going to go for a precise shot on our tough friend here. We've got 13 rounds remaining, and we've got 3 zombies that are stumbling towards us at the moment. Hey, there we go. We had a misfire. Heavy bleeding. It should die, but I just don't want to take a risk with the tough zombies. So we're going to take another precise shot, and that is enough to kill it. We've got a regular zombie, and we have a zapper that's coming towards us now, and there is another runner around somewhere. Okay, so let's start off with the regular zombie. We'll go precise on you, and there's that misfire. Heavy arterial bleeding. Ideally, we just leave that now. Minor bleeding, we're going to need to do a little bit more than that. One more precise shot is enough to take it down. And now we'll just kind of just like watch this one here. It's going to stumble backwards and forwards. It's going to struggle with this fence. There's that runner. Excellent. Let's focus on you. Precise shot, thank you. Bad bleeding and staggered. We need a little bit more than just that. Bad bleeding, and it is pretty damaged, so we're just going to leave it. And yeah, I'm going to try and not pass the turns too quickly here. The runner, we're going to aim up on you. And I do love this because it's like, yeah, there's an opening in the fence just to the left, but they're zombies, you know? The runner might actually be able to get to that. We'll take a careful shot. There we go. Okay, and now we're just going to kind of try and wait for you to die. We can see that a refrigerator van's headlights been destroyed, and I can actually see them now. They're up here to the northwest. We've got a soldier and a regular zombie clawing their way through this refrigerator van, which makes me think that there may have had bodies in there to begin with. Difficult to know. Hey, are you going to bleed out? Well, we do have another friend, and yeah, it's bleeding, it's not bad. There is still a chance it's going to bleed out. Regular zombie, we're going to take a shot at you. We've got 4 shots left in this magazine. I do believe we still have some others hanging about. Heavy arterial should be enough to kill that one. Okay, I was passing turns a little bit too quickly there, and look at the trouble that we are in. Okay, we're not going to take a chance with this. We're going to activate our holster, and we're going to immediately draw out our pistol. Rather than trying to aim up with the rifle, it's going to be a lot faster and safer for us to do just that. And we're probably going to take a shot at you as well. We'll go precise. Excellent. 31 damage. Good job. Okay, you were still at 19 Stanag in another magazine. I want to try and see if we can get this reloaded quick fast. There we go. Excellent. And let's use our holster and put it back away. Grab that very, very damaged rifle out. And we've just got the soldier to take care of now. No, there was something else there as well. It's a runner. Hello, hello. Well, how about you both just kind of stumble out of that vehicle? There they are. Okay, so we'll start off with the soldier. We'll go for a precise shot. Heavy bleeding. Excellent. I want a little bit more than that just because, just because they are so close. Heavy arterial, that's really good. We've got a runner here as well. And we could reload, but I think we're just going to stick to the trusty sidearm for now. And we're going to look at aiming at the runner. What I want to see here is the runner just go to the side, because right now we are going to hit the soldier. There we go. Excellent. Heavy bleeding. We'll start to steady up again. And this is why fences can be so useful. The most direct route that they can see to us is, going directly towards us, and that might not be the best thing for them. I also just don't want the same thing to happen where that fence gets destroyed, but we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now we are going to use our holster again, or we can just activate the pistol, put it in the holster. That's a faster way to do that. And then let's wield this rifle. We're going to use this rifle for the bashing that we need to do here. There's a lot of bashing that we need to do. And of course, there's just going to be so much to go through on these bodies, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that off camera. Otherwise, we are going to spend just a massive amount of time going through all of these bodies. We'll take that. Excellent. So I will show you the goodies. I'll show you the haul once I've sorted through all of the dead here. Well, I have returned a little earlier here, and it's not because of the service handgun. There is one thing that I want to show you that we can do, which is open up the handgun like this and then take the magazine out. Not only just that, but we can also open the magazine and then just take the ammunition. So much easier than grabbing it, unloading it, and everything else like that. So thank you to those of you who in the comments have been recommending that. But the real reason why I'm back is that we have a zombie soldier that is stumbling its way towards us, and I still haven't reloaded our assault rifle, which we're going to do very quickly. So we've got 19 rounds to try and make this work. We're just going to go for a careful shot here because that's going to be a little bit safer. Okay, bad bleeding, not quite enough. So we're just going to start to run back here. We're going to open this fence and close it really quickly. We'll slow down and we'll probably take a look at another shot here. Another precise. Bad bleeding. It should bleed out now, but it has found its way through the fence. So we'll start to steady up again and we'll just make sure that it's going to be dead. Okay, and we should be clear to continue. Well, after sorting through everything, we do have our weapons that are here. We've got the M4 carbine, we've got the AR-15 that's there as well. We'll probably compare the two of them. The AR does seem to be a little bit better conditioned than the carbine at the moment. We also have this big ammo belt that we're going to be taking. Unfortunately, we can't take it apart here. We do actually need to go into our inventory and do it that way. Unload them like so. Excellent, that's very good. So we've got a fair amount of static rounds yet again, 157, which is very, very good. So we're going to have a look at our assault rifle at the moment. We're probably just going to take all of the modifications off of it, I gotta say. So we're just going to begin by unloading the magazine that's in it at the moment, and then activating it, and then one by one we are going to be detaching the various gun mods that we have on it. Okay, and now we can toss that one away. So we are going to be comparing the M4 carbine and the AR-15 and seeing which is going to be better. Right now they're not loaded, so we're not going to see the exact statistics that we're looking at here, but I'm just really wanting to see the maximum range, sight dispersion, all the rest. I would imagine that the carbine is going to be better, purely just because it's a military weapon versus a civilian weapon. And yeah, okay, so looking at the AR-15, it doesn't have a burst mode, or at least this version of the weapon doesn't. And right now it's got a 223 upper receiver and a shoulder strap on it at the moment. Okay, alright, and so we're going to take the other upper receiver off of the carbine, but the carbine is going to be our main weapon there. Oh, also, hey, look at that. We got some actual codeine. Wild, I know. And now we're going to be going to our modifications and we're going to be adding them onto our rifle. We're probably going to put the hybrid ACOG scope on as well. So that does mean that we're going to, start off with that shoulder strap. Get that on there. And it's the front shoulder strap. I can't use the suppressor. That's not the end of the world. Let's go and put it on our pistol then, the USP. So we could potentially be a little quieter if we want to. Oh, and then of course we can't holster it. Well, actually, most of the modifications that we do have, the M4 cannot use. It can take bore modifications, grip, and mechanism, stock as well. But yeah, no, it can't use any of the scopes that we have, the ACOG and all the rest. So the only modification that we have on there at the moment is the shoulder sling. Okay, well, I guess that's just how it's going to be. And I think to save on a little bit of weight, we are just going to drop the other modifications off for the time being. And now we are going to go through the process of reloading the various magazines that we've got. Oh no. Okay, so there might be a small problem. The M4 that we've just kind of set up for, it uses a specific type of the 5.56 ammunition, the M855. Oh, which we do have. So why do you not want to reload? That's bizarre. You need a compatible magazine to reload the M4 carbine. Well, we have them. Can you not take 30-round magazines? Is that the problem? Accepts STANAG magazines. Okay, so what is the issue then? Yeah, the only modification is the shoulder strap, so it isn't a 223 problem. I just think it might be a weird weapon problem. And even the AR-15 can't reload to take them. Something strange is happening here, I think. So inspecting all of our magazines here, 5.56, M855, they should be totally fine. There are no magazines currently in the carbine here. Something else that I could potentially attempt to do here is unload one of the magazines that we do have, like that one for example, and then see if we can reload an empty magazine into it. Okay, so it can use the empty magazine, and then if we try and reload that, well, for one, it saves. Oh, and now it's okay. Just have to go through this weird convoluted process, and now it won't reload the other magazines. That is weird. There is some weird action happening here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is go into it like this. Go into one of these individual magazines. So I think we're weirdly just going to have to reload manually, which means having the magazines isn't going to be worthwhile. So if I unload you now, if I unload, let's say, another STANAG magazine so that we have enough to make 30, if we could reload, okay, we reload the magazine with those rounds, but we can't slot in a new magazine. Well, hopefully we can. Hopefully it's just some weird kind of error that we've managed to figure out a way around. Oh, I truly hope so. Right, we're going to get rid of this linkage that we've got down here. We've got 23 military ID cards at the moment. Let's have a look. Our weight is looking totally fine. Our torso bandaging is still pretty good. The disinfection ain't great. And we actually do have proper disinfectant now, so I'd like to try and use a little bit of that. Antiseptic, there we go. We're going to apply that to our torso so that it is a good disinfection that we've done there. Let's just take out our earplugs for now as well, because that's also why it's been so quiet. There we go. And of course we do have other empty magazines down here. We're not going to worry about taking those right now. I also think the other reason why we weren't able to apply any of the additional modifications was probably due to the fact that the weapon was just being weird. For whatever reason, it's just being weird. I'm just going to try one more time to apply it. No. Okay, that's fine. Now, we do have this kind of camp area out the front. And there is one thing that I'm probably going to want to try and see if we can do here. And that's find some gasoline. I can already see what I think is gas. Oh, no. It's a... Actually, no, maybe it is gas. I thought it could have just been a jack. But that's gas on the ground there. We are going to need to go and get one of those jerry cans. The reason why I'm wanting to do all of that is so that we could potentially get that rig working that we saw, the armor rig. And I've just realized I have also forgotten about some other bodies. that we're probably going to want to deal with. Let's also just check the bottom of the stairs, make sure that we are indeed clear here. We are. Okay, so we're going to make our way around here. First of all, heading up towards the north, towards the bodies that we took down over this side here. So we'll smash you, and we'll just quickly have a look at them, see if there's anything amazing. There is another grenade and another military ID card. Good as ever. And we'll smash that body there. Ooh, some more morphine. Okay. Oh, and yeah. So, about the whole cocaine incident, I swear to God, it said that it was codeine. It was obviously cocaine. And you know what? Maybe Malvina gets a little bit of codeine. No, cocaine as a treat. Ah, dear. Right, okay, so we don't have to go all the way down here to get a jerry can, but the only other issue, we will need a hose of some kind to be able to siphon the vehicles, and we can get hoses easily enough from fridges. And rewinding my mind a little bit here, we should be able to find some fridges in the big cafeteria. Yeah, we didn't have any over here. Okay, so let's start to make our way on over there. First of all, to get a hose, because we're going to need that for siphoning. We're going to turn on safe mode, just so that if any nasties come for us, we are going to be aware of that. Oh, what's happening here? Oh no, we're okay. It was just a weird little hitch. We're okay, Mel. We are okay. And let's see, we should just be able to jump into the kitchen here. There is probably more than likely a hose in here as well, but it's not a guarantee, whereas it's pretty much a guarantee if we take apart one of the fridges. Where are the fridges? Why are there no fridges in this kitchen? I'm not seeing one fridge. Okay, well, I suppose scratch that idea. That's bizarre. That's really bizarre. Okay, well, back into this building we go then, and let's turn on our night vision first of all. Boom, there it goes. We've only got a little bit of power at the moment, so I do need to keep that in mind. And so we are looking not for a long rope, we are looking for, let's start off with a hose. Nope, no hose? Okay, so we'll go across to here. This is all MREs and stuff like that, so it's unlikely. Look up here, no. Over here, no. And over here, no. Okay, so no hoses. Well, that's unfortunate. There is a chance that there's a fridge in one of the other locations. I'm just trying to think where else we're going to find a hose. I mean, we might just randomly find one, but I am relatively sure that we're not going to be able to siphon without one. I'm also trying to think if there's anything in here that we're going to want to grab while we are in here, just because, you know, there is so much stuff. You know what, ballistics glasses, that is something that we definitely do need. We're going to take the safety glasses off and we're going to put the ballistics ones on instead because they're going to be better. Oh, we've also got flashlights, which I think, well, from what I've been told, we can actually apply them to our army helmet. Maybe. We'll just take one flashlight, please, and we'll go over here because I did see some batteries. Well, that's enough for now. Oh, we got a whole ass ballistics mask down here. Yet another new thing that I just haven't seen before. Covers the eyes and the mouth. It does give a bit of encumbrance, but you know what? I wouldn't mind holding on to one of those. Doesn't weigh us down all that much, and I think it would be better than just the glasses that we have protecting us at the moment. Another thing that we might want to consider is whether or not we're going to be able to pick up any other chest protection in here, because obviously we've had stuff just melting through us. I don't think that there's going to be much that's going to help us there, though. Kevlar vests, of course, but I believe we're already wearing a Kevlar vest. No, we are not. Okay. Well, they're all the way back here. Let's go and chuck one of them on, and then we'll see what is causing us an issue here. Right now, obviously, the shotgun. But yeah, no, we can wear the Kevlar vest with everything else. And then the heavy ballistics vest that we're wearing, that is kind of filthy at the moment, I do want to get rid of that. So, off with you. And we'll see what else we can find here in the way of vests. Also, elbow pads, knee pads, and stuff like that, we're probably going to want to try and grab. US ballistics vests. Yeah, we're going to have a look at chucking one of them on. We can see that right away it does have good protection, and that's what we want. Get it on. Okay, and it's not conflicting with anything that we have on at the moment. Mel, that's some really good news. All right, now we are going to be having a look. We've got some hard leg guards on. I honestly think the knee pads are going to be better than these because you can only wear one rigid item. We'll see what we can find in the way of pads, both elbow pads and knee pads. They both are down here, so we'll go and chuck on elbow pads, and we will also chuck on some knee pads as well. Just better protection for us. I was trying to keep us a little bit more lightweight and maneuverable before, but hey, this is good stuff. I'm not gonna pass it up. So the tactical helmet versus the army helmet might be something where we'd be able to actually attach the torch onto, but the army helmet is going to offer better protection. Okay, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with all of that equipment that is there. There is one thing that I'm willing to try right now before we go down any other routes, and that is planting some C4 like right here by this door to try and see if we can blow it open. Because hey, it's fun. It's fun. And we can have fun. So let's wield the C4 just to make sure that we're not going to lose time trying to take it out of our pack. We're going to wear the carbine for the moment. Activate that. How many seconds do we want? I'm going to say 120 seconds. I'm going to give us 2 minutes to be able to get out of here. We are going to drop the C4 right there on the ground, and we're going to run. And going out the front would probably be the fastest way, but I don't think it's going to take us 2 minutes to get down here. I mean, maybe it will. I mean, we're running at the moment, and it's not... Let's just see. We're going to go all the way back here. Maybe we should be inside. I kind of want to see and hear the explosion. Let's just wait a while. Wait a minute. And then let's just start waiting manually. Oh, there we go. Our ears ring. And I think that wall just got blown out. Rebar cage. Not entirely, but rebar cage. So yeah, it did some pretty significant damage. Oh, and it completely ruined our ears. What's new? And oh, look at that. It worked. The C4 bloody worked. We can get all the way down there. Okay. I would really like to be wearing that exoskeleton before we go downstairs, so I'm just going to have a quick look around the map here to try and see if I can discover any fridges or if I can remember any other way to get hoses. You know what? The ovens might actually have an option for us because they could potentially be like gas ovens and they may have a hose. Yeah, I'm just surprised that the barracks is like nothing, no fridges. Okay, all right, well, I tell you what, we are going to try out one of the stoves and see if we can get any joy from that. So we are going to be deconstructing furniture, the stove that is here, which is going to take us some time to be able to do it. Okay, so we've taken it apart, but we haven't fully taken it apart, so we might need to do that again. Disconnected oven, or it is a disassemble thing that we need to do now. Yeah, disconnected oven, so we can see what we are going to get out of it. There are more things that we're going to get out of it that we couldn't see, and there we go, we can't actually see anymore. We are going to use our flashlight here just to get a little bit of extra light so that we can continue that. There we go, 53%, we are most of the way done. Okay, and, well, I don't see any hoses. The dismantled stovetop, there is still a chance that maybe amongst all of that, lots of cool small parts that I've never seen before, but no hoses. Well then, I see how it is. Okay, well, it's night. It is night, and, well, our avenues of exploration have just opened up a fair amount. Now, I do want to go downstairs, 100%, but it is night, and we are a night hunter, so I think we want to try and make the most of that. We still have more area to clear here, so I want to get into that building first of all, clear that out, and then we're going to continue on. We are going to have our night vision on though, because that is going to help us out here. So I'm going to keep a close eye on our power, or try to remember to keep a close eye on it, just so that we can be aware of our night vision disappearing all of a sudden. We got our M4 out, we got our M4 ready. We are going to smash the glass here to get in case there's anyone else around here. We will know. And if we are to engage, we're going to put our earplugs in. But right now, I want to be able to hear what's going on. Haha, tricky. We have a black ops zombie here. This is a soldier whose skin radiates some sort of shadowy smoke, obscuring it. I don't think it grabbed us then. Oh, it grabs our right leg. We're just going to try and run. Break that grab, Mel. Break that grab. Okay, oh shoot, we can't see it at all. So we are going to need to turn on our flashlight here. It's the only way that we're going to be able to kind of make it out. There it is. Hello. Hi. Try and get a little bit more distance, but Mel is slow. Okay, so this is the problem. This is the problem here. M4 carbine can't be fired while loaded with incompatible ammunition. So having a look at this, it should be able to fire 5.56 right away. It did have the 223 mod on. We took that off. This thing should be completely fine right now. It isn't. Oh, so that's why it wasn't reloading. That's why it was being a bit of a bastard. So the only other option that we'd have would be to chuck the 223 mod back on, but then it would be damaging the gun every single time it fires. Natively, it should be able to use it. It's chambered in 5.56 and accepts Stanag magazines. Should be able to work just fine. Doesn't. So, for whatever reason, this carbine is toast. We're going to have to go for a different weapon option. Right this second, we're just going to have to get out our sidearm and hope that we're going to be able to take this thing down. Ah, boy, I don't like this. We'll go for a regular shot. Another regular shot. These are good hits. Okay, we're attacked. Stop aiming. No. Hold the aim and let's shoot again. Come on, that's a good shot. Excellent. It is enough to take it down. We're immediately going to smash the corpse with our pistol. And let's see what you have on you. You've got a lot of stuff. Surprisingly, nothing that we want though. Okay, well, this gun's a problem. I think we're probably going to have to go back for the AR-15, or, you know, the AR-15 I think is also going to be a problem. Reason being, it was also chambered with 223, or had the 223 mod on before. Which is a problem. Okay, let's turn off the flashlight first of all, and I'm just realizing now that we do have two on us. So we'll drop off the one that we don't need, and the one that we do have, we're going to make sure that we designate that as F, just to make it easy for us to turn it on and off. Not G, F. Excellent. Okay. We will wear the carbine again, frustrating as it is. And let's reload that USP. Yes, I'm not going to want to try and clear the top without a proper weapon. You know what, I suppose we can just check the rest of here, just to be sure. There was probably only one Black Ops zombie in here, right? Right? Yeah, probably. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, for the time being, is just put the 223 upper rail back on. I know it's going to damage the weapon, but it seems to be the only way to actually get it to work right now. Alright, we're going to be attaching the mid-length 223 receiver to the carbine here. Okay, let's hope that's going to be good now. We're going to take these grenades I just dropped on the ground back. Right, alright. Can you fire now? It seems to be okay. We won't know until we actually fire, but we've got to cross our fingers and hope that we've done all that we can to appease the gun gods this day. So, alright, from the position that we are in now, we are going to start to make our way up towards these other buildings towards the north, and it looks like we are going to be dealing primarily with barracks. And these are barracks that already have people that have wandered out of them. We do need to keep in mind, though, that we got snuck up on just before by a Black Ops zombie, and that could potentially happen again. If it does, we are probably just going to swap out to our sidearm. Probably. Or we'll try and see if we can make a break and get out that way. But hey, look at that. It's a completely clear building. And I'm thinking most of these buildings probably will be, just because we have attracted so much attention to us with all the noise that we've been making, that if someone is lingering here, oh, it's going to be because they were chilling out in the back rooms. Okay, we'll take a regular shot at you. Oh, I didn't realize that we were on auto. Okay, well, let's go to semi-automatic here. And good to know that we are working. We didn't seem to damage the weapon that time, so that's good. We are just going to start to run back and away from this thing. It cannot see us anymore. This is why the night is Melvina's friend. With heavy arterial bleeding, it's not going to take it long to bleed out. Then we've got another friend who has just shown up. Okay, 2 shots. We quickly take that one down. Okay, yet another zombie soldier we can see coming from the north. We'll take a precise shot at you, and then just a careful aim. And you know what, we'll go for one more. Heavy bleeding, you're walking through the window, it's going to take you a little while to get through there. You are trailing the sound at the moment. So supposedly, one of the things that I've heard is that scent has been heavily nerfed for zombies, so they aren't going to be able to smell us as well, which is great. We have light steps, so in general, we are going to be quieter while we are moving around. So Mel is going to have a pretty good time at avoiding them. Well, I mean, that's my prediction. I'm hoping that's going to be the case, because usually the dead could just kind of hone in on you based on your smell. If you left windows open or anything else like that, they'd be able to find you. They'd know that you're hiding in a space if it's not airtight. And so that does mean that stealth gameplay is more of a thing now. So, I think that is an interesting change. And I wonder if it does affect ferals, because ferals are still like very, very fresh. They haven't even died. They're like living infected. And I feel like they would still be able to smell quite well. So that might be an interesting thing where you have to navigate a horde, taking out the ferals first so that you can actually sneak through without being detected. That sounds fun to me. I like it. Okay. I don't imagine that we're going to find anything like world-shattering in any of these lockers here. That's why I'm not checking them, just because we've got access to so much equipment here. These barracks just aren't that important. We are really only focused on clearing them out at this stage. And I think at this point, we're going to go check that northwestern corner just to see if anyone is lingering there. But we've done a pretty good job here, Mel, today, clearing out what we need to. Let's turn safe mode on again. I was kind of hoping that we were going to find another, heavy machine gun. We'll clamber up here as well, just to make sure that it is clear, and it seems to be. Obviously, we're not seeing the, outside, but we kind of have already seen the outside before. What kind of building are we dealing with here? We've got rubbish bins out the back. Okay, lots of doors. It could be another garage, possibly, like a vehicle maintenance building. Difficult to tell from here. We've got another to the south. We're probably going to start with this smaller one to begin with, I think. And the game is thinking. That's okay. Sometimes it will need to do that. We've got the front door open, which means that a feral came out of here at some point. Hello, zombie soldier. You can see me, can't you? Yeah, you can, but you can't get through this glass. It's reinforced glass, so even we are going to have a hard time with that. Let's see if we can find another way in. Okay, so we've got shutters. Shutters on all of the different points of glass around here. So how are we going to get into that building? That might be something that we need to come back to, or potentially use explosives on to try and find a way in. Same thing with these doors here. So let's concern ourselves with this building to begin with. And hey, the door is locked. I feel like if we've seen it from the outside and we felt like there wasn't anyone in there, then that's okay. This is all kind of office space. We're also going to be able to hear someone. Like if we make a whump, we should hear a response. And we're not, so that tells me that that's probably going to be clear. Oh, also, we were just able to open that door. It was a locked door and we were able to open it. Jumper cables, bone saw, please give me a hose. No, I mean, there's interesting stuff in there, but no hoses. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, don't suppose. Sandpaper. Okay. What else have we got in this space? Are those compact advanced Stirling radioscope generators? Oh, they're small scale generators powered by plutonium. How neat. Disconnected. Or connect disconnected advanced Stirling radioscope generator to the grid. Yeah? Yeah, of course, let's do that. Of course, let's connect them to the grid. Could we potentially get power back into this space? Maybe. Just got an extinguisher in there. Okay. Are we wearing a radiation badge at the moment? Well, they're not damaged, so it should be totally fine. Also, we have a staircase leading downstairs. That's fun. We've got yet another open door. A few open doors around here. Okay, all right. Hammers, all kinds of things. Propane tanks. I feel like if we take a propane tank apart, we'd probably be able to get a hose. I'll keep that in mind. But, I feel like there's probably a chance that we'll come across one at some point. We've got some welding goggles. Okay, so here's something that's potentially important. Welding goggles and an acetylene torch. So with an acetylene torch, we can melt our way through doors, or at least we used to be able to. I'm gonna, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I have been surviving out in the wilderness for a year. So Cataclysm is very alien to me at the moment. We've got an armored personnel carrier here as well, which is dope. That's super cool. We also have a mounted Mark 19 grenade launcher. That sounds like it's right up Melvina's alley. And just, yeah, oh, so many things. Hell yeah. Okay, well, this is very cool. What is this? Welding goggles? Okay. Right, well, do we want to take a tank and whatnot? I think I'm going to keep that in mind, that this is here, so that should we need to get through a door, we will most certainly be able to do that. And there's just a load of resources in here. You know what? We might even find a plastic jerry can of gasoline. We've got lots of this JP8 fuel, lots of plastic jerry cans here in general. So, yeah. Oh, I hope we find something. Oh, you know, another thing that we could probably do is just disconnect the tanks that have the fuel in them and then just drag it over towards the exoskeleton. That might be something that we can do, especially with all of the stuff that we've found in here. That's very cool. But I want to try and see what else we have outside here. Actually, that's going to be just a door to the outside, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, that's good. We still need to clear up the top here. Make sure that there aren't any dead around. Safe mode, let's put you back on. Oh, just in the nick of time as well. So you probably heard us stumbling about in the dark there. We're going to take a few precise strikes at you. Bad bleeding. I'm going to say you are more than likely going to bleed out from the bad bleeding. It can just take a while. Oh, whoa. Okay, there are a few more of you here, huh? There were. Okay, we're going to let them kind of group together like this because they're going over to where we just shot. Oh, that is very cool. That is very, very cool. Okay, so you know what we're going to do. Oh, the dog smelt us. The dog smelt us, didn't it? Yep. Okay. What the dog doing? The dog is following us is what it's doing. Okay. Do we have a way to get on top of this building? We do. So, yes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to climb on top of it, and we're going to head on over towards the side, and we're going to see, what we can make out. And oh boy, they all came over this way, huh? So, let's have a look and see if there's anyone amongst them here that could be a problem for us. We've got a zombie scientist that's down there. Okay, the others, not so much a problem. We've got tough zombies. Okay. Yeah, nothing that should be able to grab us, I think. We want to try and get them over here, so we're actually just going to call out. So we're going to go see, we're going to yell a sentence and say, over here. Okay. Oh boy, and our blood starts pumping as the dead just press themselves up against the building here. We can see that they're actually trampling each other. They're that pressed in on each other at the moment. Well, we got lots of grenades. Let's wear our carbine. We're going to wield one of the grenades that we've got, saving the dynamite for a rainy day. We're going to activate this grenade here, and we're just going to drop it off the edge. We could throw it, and I don't think the grenades do the full kind of damage, just because sometimes they land on the head of the zombies. Okay, we're going to see a big explosion here. There we go. But hey, it still kills enough of them. And you know what? I forgot to put in the earplugs. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please. All right, time for another grenade, Mel. Let's get up here. Let's drop that thing. And bam. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good damage. And of course, this is the most efficient way for us to do this. Dropping it yet again. Let's run back just to make sure that we do get enough distance here. And it's surprising just how well they're actually able to survive those, huh? All right, drop it off, get back, and it does seem like we're able to move just fine. And, ooh, is that smoke from a fire, or is that from like it was probably a scorched zombie. Yeah, there are a few scorched that are down here. We can see that they are all quite injured. I think one more grenade should be enough to take them out here, and then we'll just kind of pick them off with some shots from above. There we go. Back again. Yeah, nice. Let's go back to our carbine, and we'll just pick off those that remain. And we're looking for ones that aren't already like bleeding to death. Like that scientist is still going to need to get shot here. take a few shots at you. Yeah, okay, you're good now. All right, another shot at you. Take out that zombie at the back. Scientist is down. Heavy arterial, you're going to be fine. Get that feral soldier. There we go. And the hazmat zombie, we are going to have to move over. There are a few others that are going to be a little bit more difficult for us to get. There we go. Took you out. And we'll just wait here. There we go. I think that is all of them that were there. Let's reload this. Put in a new magazine. And totally fine. No problems whatsoever. Funny that. Okay, so we do need to climb down from here. And I want to do so cautiously. We're going to wear the carbine. We're going to drop our pack off to make this as safe as possible for us to do. But there is always a chance that we are going to screw this up. But we didn't. Wonderful. That is always so good to see. All right, let's take that carbine back out and we'll see what we are dealing with here. Just oh so many bodies. Oh so many. And what do we have over there? A soldier. Okay. Well, that was the first soldier that we took out. So of course we are going to collect up all these bodies here, piling them up to make the smashing process just that much easier for us to do. And I think that's the best that we can get, is getting them into these 3 piles that we're then going to smash. Okay, and now, wow, there's so much to go through here. So I'm going to get started. So what I'm doing for all the magazines that we're finding is just opening them up and taking the ammunition out of them on the screen. Makes it so much easier for us to do. Okay, I'd say we did pretty well there in terms of ammunition. It was mostly sidearm ammunition, but we did get a fair amount of 5.56 from that as well. Let's go and take out our earplugs. Mel, looks like we do have some tents over towards the side here. I am thinking, yet again, that if there were any dead, they're probably over towards us now. And, hey, we're towards the end of the episode here, but there is one more thing that I want to try and see if we are able to do. And let's get gas out of one of the vehicles. We have not found a hose yet at this stage. And I might have glanced over a fridge without realizing it, but I don't think I've seen a single one in the time that we've been here, which is a little weird to me. Maybe they just don't believe in refrigeration here. And I don't recall seeing any AC units on the roofs from memory. Because that's another location that I would... That's another location that I imagine you would be able to find a hose. So, okay, maybe we look at that route instead of trying to, in a very complicated manner, try to remove the gas tank from a vehicle. I mean, the only trouble is that we are going to have to climb up onto the roof. No, okay, we can go to this one here. If we can. Ooh, we might not be able to. The stairs were pretty wrecked from memory. Let's just see. Yeah, no, that's I'm going to say that's a nope. Okay, so let's try this route then. That one's destroyed. Are you also just okay? They've destroyed all the downspouts. So that's that plan completely shot in the foot. Okay, so I was just having a look at this Humvee here, just as an example to see whether or not we would be able to do it. We do need to have mechanics of 1 to be able to remove a vehicle tank. I know this is so convoluted. I just want some gas. There's no gas here. It's all high-powered jet fuel. So, you know, maybe we're not going to be able to get an exoskeleton. I think that Mel has proven herself to be, you know, more than capable without it. One thing that I did discover, though, while in here, oh, no, I didn't see that. We've got a 308 rifle here. Good range damage, hot damn. Rotating bolt rifle. It's a sniper rifle for us. Can we wear it? No. Well, I want it. What I was going to try and see was, yeah, up here, the M240. I want to unload it. And look at that, we do have an ammo belt. But it's not the kind of ammo that we use. We are still going to take it apart and make sure that we drop off our linkages. Oh, it's 308 ammunition as well. Yeah, drop off those linkages. Yeah. I mean, if we swapped out the shotgun, we'd be able to wield it. I think at the very least, what I want to try and do with this is just move it out of the vehicle. Oh, yeah, like to there for now. Just so that we can see it. Just so that I'm like, if there's a good situation in which we are going to be able to use a more long-range rifle, we'll be able to do that. Because, yeah, that's the kind of rifle that Mel would want. But for now, that is where our window into the world of Mel is going to come to a close for today. Ever closer to her goal, I think in the next episode we are going to be able to clear the whole top level, and then after that, only the bottom remains. And I don't know how much of that there is going to be. A base of this size could have quite the sprawling structure beneath it. Only time will tell. But for Mel, what was dread and fear has started to shift into sorrow. She's not found a single living soul here. Is she really the only one? Clearing will be the only way to know for sure. So Mel will carry on. And Legionnaires, I ask you, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rykon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay